let's discuss something different. And when we talk or when you hear the statement, make yourself valuable. So what comes to your mind? You can share that with me. So because what I understand from that statement is that you should have this vast amount of knowledge and skills that make you stand out in the marketplace or stand out. It could be in business, it could be in the corporate world, however you want to interpret it. Whenever the market is in, let's say, recession, on where the company is downsizing, what is normally called retrenchment, some people are fired, some people are retained. So when you study those two people or two categories of people, right, in business, the people who close down on their business and the people who still remain standing, and in the corporate world or in the world of employment, the people who are retained and the people who are let to go by this company. In as much as it's a very difficult decision to do, it has to be done. What can we learn from it? That you find that there is it's just a small, okay, it could be a big difference, but sometimes you find there is some differences, right? You find this, you could be having two people, let's say employees, right? They both have a degree in business management, and you have to let go one of them, right? So when you start looking at some of when you start assessing in terms of their character, in terms of their knowledge and skills beyond that degree, what else do they have? You find that most of the time one person is very good with people. They have additional apart from that degree in business administration, they still possess information on IT. They have knowledge on project management, and etc., etc. So when you now start looking at the gap there, if you were to fire these people, right, how easily replaceable are they, or how difficult will it be to replace them? And you find that for this one is just one qualification, it's going to be very easy to replace that person, but this other one is going to be very, very difficult, right? This conversation, there could be other factors which of course you are more than welcome to share, but we are looking at it from the value point of view, right? So this person, they bring more value to this company than the other person, and so this is actually why they are retained in that company. So now when it comes now to our own personal lives, right, how are we working on ourselves? So let me ask you, who is listening to me, how are you working on yourselves, right? Let me give you an example. You have this someone, let's say a house helper, who has been employed by their boss. This house help, they are very good at what they do. They are trustworthy, they are very reliable. They, like, so many, in terms of, if now the boss has the employers, now they have the keys, they take very good care of them. So one day the house helps comes and tells the boss that, I am thinking of quitting, and I wanted to give you 1 month notice so that you can find someone else. And now the boss has to sit down to think, if I lose this person, with all that is happening in this home, who is going to be taking care of the kids or cleaning the house, all those things? So they start to look at the house help from the point of what some of the things they are doing to keep the house running, and they start looking, if I let go of this person before I find someone who is so well adjusted, someone who is so trustworthy and reliable, it's going to be very hectic. So instead of allowing them to go, why don't I instead ask maybe if they could accept an increment in terms of salary? And when the boss does that, he retains that house help. My point is, or my question is, am I the kind of person who will make my employer think about my value, or I'm the kind of, maybe let's say another house help who, okay, the boss, I want to go, I'm quitting, and you hear my boss asks, so how much do I owe you? 10,000. They give me the money, and then I'm on my way. Or am I the kind of employee who will make the boss think, right, that hey, why should we have to let him go? So I'll make them think about the value that I bring. So you can apply it. You can apply this concept wherever you want. It could be in the corporate world. It could be in business. How valuable are you to the marketplace? What skills, what knowledge, how is your character, what makes you stand out, right? What makes you different? So I would want to hear your thoughts. Thank you.